Hare Krishna. Thursday Q&A sessions by His Grace Sundar Gopal Prabhu. Anyone has any questions?
Turn the camera.
Okay, Hare
You
Krishna.
can go closer to his face. Zoom in. Yeah. Yeah, that'll be the best. See? You have to hold, no need to there,
Yeah.
you, like this.
Hare Krishna, I'm Nanda Gopal. So my first question is, when we are preaching, how do we know when we are compromising the philosophy, and how do we know if we are preaching according to time, place, and circumstance?
So the question is how we know. So as long as you are teaching what you heard from your spiritual master, or what you have also read in the Shastra, then you are safe. But if you don't know and you're speaking something not spoken by the spiritual master or spoken in the scriptures, then you know something is amiss. See? Understand? So if you want to preach, you should preach what you have heard. Then you are safe. Okay? And if you don't know and you simply speculate, then you know that something is not right. You understand? So it says here, can you go? 17:15. 17:15 Bhagavad Gita. 17:15. 17:15.
Austerity of speech consists in speaking words that are truthful, pleasing, beneficial, and not agitating to others, and also in regularly reciting the Vedic literature. One should not speak in such a way as to agitate the minds of others. Of course, when a teacher speaks, he can speak the truth for the instruction of his students. But such a teacher should not speak to those who are not his students if he will agitate their minds. This is penance as far as talking is concerned. Besides that, one should not talk nonsense. The process of speaking in spiritual circles is to say something upheld by the scriptures. One should at once quote from scriptural authority to back up what he is saying. At the same time, such talk should be very pleasurable to the ear. By such discussions, one may derive the highest benefit and elevate human society. There's a limitless stock of Vedic literature, and one should study this. This is called penance of speech.
Right? Can you go to 2:10:51?
Sri Suta Goswami explained, I shall now explain to you the very subjects explained by the great sage in answer to King Parikshit's inquiries. Please hear them attentively. Any question that is put forward may be answered by quoting the authority, and that satisfies the Sena section. Sena section. That is the system even in the law court. The best lawyer gives evidence from the past judgment of the court without taking much trouble to establish his case. This is called the Parampara system, and learned authorities follow it without manufacturing rubbish interpretations. Ishvara Parama Krishna Satchidananda Vigraha Anadiradir Govinda Sarva Karana Karanam. Let us all obey the Supreme Lord, whose hands is in everything without exception.
So anything you say, if you quote the scriptures, then you are not going to be straying away. But if you say anything which is speculative, then it becomes disturbing, and it doesn't hold any ground. You understand? That's why anything concocted by the mind, is not. You can go 6:429.
Anything expressed by material vibration, anything ascertained by material intelligence, and anything experienced by the material senses or concocted within the material mind is but an effect of the modes of the material nature, and therefore has nothing to do with the real nature of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. The Supreme Lord is beyond the creation of this material world, for he is the source of the material qualities and creation. As the cause of all causes, he exists before the creation and after the creation. I wish to offer my respectful obeisances unto him.
Is that anything expressed by the mind, concocted by the mind, does not go down to that translation. Go to the translation, yeah. You see, another important point here, anything expressed by material vibration. What is that material vibration? All this computer, sound, everything. Understand? Anything ascertained by material intelligence, anything experienced by material senses or concocted with the material mind, is but an effect of the modes of material, therefore has nothing to do with the real nature of the Supreme Personality of God. Now this big thing about AI, there's also material vibration. You understand? Some people think they have a problem, just type and the AI will tell you the answer. That's why Krishna says that you must go and approach a self-realized soul. He said you must go and approach a self-realized soul. Is it not? Did he say approach some material innovation, some gadget, some computer? No. Why you have to approach a self-realized soul? Question, why? Because he has seen, the truth means he has seen the Lord. Because he has seen the Lord, so you'll be able to explain. You understand? Whereas the speculator, he has not seen the Lord. So all he does is speculate. Understand? For a speculator, whole program is troublesome. You understand? Jnana Priyasam. You can go and in 3. No, 14:4. That's why here in this verse, Brahma saying, you go to this verse, no, see? He says in this verse, no, the one before. He said, give up your speculation. 14:3, just throw away your speculation. What was that? See, throw away the process of speculative knowledge. You understand? He says here, yeah. Hare Krishna, thank you very much. You see here, give up this speculation. And what to do after you give up this? You with your body, words, and mind, offer all respects and description to your personality, dedicating their life to this knowledge which are vibrated by you personally. In other words, you have to go and hear from the sages. See? Personally, can you go up? No, go to the top. Throw away the process and with the body, words, and mind, offer all respect to the description of of your personal and activity dedicating their life to this narration, which are vibrated by you personally and by your pure devotees. You understand? So in other words, you have to take shelter of the devotees. You understand? In Sanskrit, you see, in Sanskrit, go to the Sanskrit. Jnana priyasam udapasya means you throw away your speculation. Namanta, you surrender to Sat Mukaryartam. Mukaryartam means the devotees. Bhavadya Vartam. Huh? So you can stay in your place, no need to give up anything. In this way, with your mind, body, and words, you surrender to the Lord by hearing this message. In this way, you'll be able to conquer the unconquerable. Ajita Jita. Ajita means cannot be conquered. Jita means you conquer the Lord. You see, next verse. Here, the Sanskrit. Shreya Sristim Bhakti Udapasya, again, Udapasya Te Vibhu. So speculators, you go to the translation.
My dear Lord, devotional service unto you is the best path for self-realization. If someone gives up that path and engages in the cultivation of speculative knowledge, he will simply undergo a troublesome process and he will not achieve his desired result. As a person who beats an empty husk of wheat cannot get grain, one who simply speculates cannot achieve self-realization. His only gain is trouble.
See that? So speculation cannot work because you don't have knowledge, and with your mind you try to speculate. You cannot come to the absolute. Understand? You still have doubts and confusion, and your mind will not be satisfied. Understand? The soul can only be satisfied when it takes shelter of the Lord. Anything other than that creates a disturbance. You follow? That's why anybody who does not follow the Suti, Smriti, Purana Adi, you know where's that verse?
8, 12, 10 SP.
Huh?
Devotional service of the Lord that ignores the authorized Vedic literatures like the Upanishads, Puranas, and the Narada Pancharatra is simply an unnecessary disturbance in society.
Understand? So if you don't quote and if you simply speculate, create a disturbance. You understand? So speculation has got no ground. So when you preach and you're not, if you don't preach what you hear from the spiritual master, then your preaching is of no value. You understand? That's why there's another verse. It says that when you get the seed of your devotional service from the spiritual master, you must water it by hearing and chanting. And what you hear from the spiritual master, you must repeat. You understand? And if you don't repeat what you hear, then you are not authorized to do the preaching or the. This is 19152, Chaitanya Charitamrita, Madhya Lila.
When a person receives the seed of devotional service, he should take care of it by becoming a gardener and sowing the seed in his heart. If he waters the seed gradually, by the process of Shravana and Kirtana, hearing and chanting, the seed will begin to sprout.
Purport.
To live with devotees or to live in a temple means to associate with the Shravana Kirtana process. Sometimes neophyte devotees think that they can continue the Shravana Kirtana process without worshipping the deity. But the execution of such Shravana Kirtana is meant for highly developed devotees like Haridas Thakur, who are engaged in the Shravana Kirtana process without worshipping the deity. However, one should not falsely imitate Haridas Thakur and abandon deity worship to try to engage solely in Shravana Kirtana. This is not possible for neophyte devotees. The word Guru Prasad indicates the spiritual master is very merciful in bestowing the boon of devotional service upon the disciple. That is the best possible gift the spiritual master has to offer. Those with a background of pious life are eligible to receive life's supreme benefit. And to bestow this benefit, the Supreme Personality of Godhead sends his representative to impart his mercy. Endowed with the mercy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the spiritual master distributes the mercy to those who are elevated and pious. Thus, the spiritual master trains his disciple to render devotional service unto the Supreme Personality of Godhead. This is called Guru Kripa. It is Krishna Prasad, Krishna's mercy, that he sends a bona fide spiritual master to the deserving disciple. By the mercy of Krishna, one meets the bona fide spiritual master, and by the mercy of the spiritual master, the disciple is fully trained in the devotional service of the Lord. Bhakti Lata Bij means the seed of devotional service. Everything has an original cause or seed. For any idea, program, plan, or device, there is first of all the contemplation of the plan, and that is called bija or seed. The methods, rules, and regulations by which one is perfectly trained in devotional service constitute the Bhakti Lata Bij or seed of devotional service. This Bhakti Lata Bij is received from the spiritual master by the grace of Krishna. Other seeds called Anya Bilasha Bij include Karma Bij and Jnana Bij. If one is not fortunate enough to receive the Bhakti Lata Bij from the spiritual master, he instead cultivates such seeds as Karma Bij and Jnana Bij, or political, social, or philanthropic Bijas. However, the Bhakti Lata Bij is different from these other Bijas. The Bhakti Lata Bij can be received only through the mercy of the spiritual master. Therefore, one has to satisfy the spiritual master to get the Bhakti Lata Bij. Yasya Prasadat Bhagavat Prasada. The Bhakti Lata Bij is the origin of devotional service. Unless one satisfies the spiritual master, he gets the bija or root cause of karma, jnana, and yoga without the benefit of devotional service. But one who is faithful to his spiritual master gets the Bhakti Lata Bij. This Bhakti Lata Bij is received when one is initiated by the bona fide spiritual master. After receiving the spiritual master's mercy, one must repeat his instructions, and this is called Shravana Kirtana.
So then, next.
Hearing and chanting. One who has not properly heard from the spiritual master or who does not follow the regulative principle is not fit for chanting, kirtana.
So then, go on.
This is explained in the Bhagavad Gita, chapter 2, text 41, Vivasayatmika Buddhir Ekeha Kurunandana. One who has not listened carefully to the instructions of the spiritual master is unfit for chanting of the spiritual master. Chanting for preaching the cult of devotional service. One has to water the Bhakti Lata Bij by receiving instructions from the spiritual master.
Understand?
Very strong.
So when you preach, you must preach what you heard from the spiritual master. If you don't do that, then your preaching is no potency. Follow. Even you repeat, but because you are not practicing, like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, apani acha bhakti sikam sabare. First you practice, then you can preach. Without practicing, how to convince others doesn't make sense. If I'm smoking, I tell you don't smoke. Common sense. One time, I think I spoke this story many times. one lady, her son was very addicted to coffee, So she tried many places, it just didn't work. So she had one day there was a yogi staying up on the hill. So she went all the way, walked up, and she saw him. And she asked him, "Can you tell my son to stop coffee?" So you go back, you come tomorrow. So then she came back again, like again, all of it. And said, "Okay, you don't take coffee anymore," he tell the boy. And then the boy stopped. But she was, why did he tell the first day? Why you make me come back? So she went back to ask him, why did you make? Because when you came, I was drinking coffee. Therefore, I could not tell him until I stopped. Then I can tell him. You understand? So the moral of the story is that unless you are practicing, you won't have the potency to convince others. Yeah? So spiritual life is also like that. It may seem like you are repeating the same thing, but the person who is not practicing, it will not work. Of course, it will not work. That's why there's a verse, that Garuda can fly, and so crows also can fly. But what Garuda can do, this guy cannot do even in mentally also they try, they cannot complete. You understand? There's a verse. 5:14. See, 5:14:42. Can read the translation.
Having summarized the teachings of Jada Bharat, Shukadev Goswami said, "My dear King Parikshit, the path indicated by Jada Bharat is like the path followed by Garuda, the carrier of the Lord, and ordinary kings are just like flies. Flies cannot follow the path of Garuda, and to date, none of the great kings and victorious leaders could follow this path of devotional service, not even mentally."
So that you cannot try to imitate. And this masika means what? Insects, flies. They cannot compete with Garuda, even mentally. It's not possible. So similarly, that's why Prabhupada also taught us purity is the goal. So we have to become pure. That means we have to follow. That we are seeing also in Singapore. There's so many so-called splinter groups hanging around everywhere. Huh? But what is their so-called potency? I don't see them in any way being able to do anything. The only thing they are capable of imitating. Whatever we do, they will copy. Correct? So because they don't have the potency, it's not possible unless you get the Bhakti Lata beach. Yeah? That's the point. To speak also about ISKCON. Yeah, they have taken over all property and temples and whatnot. But the preaching potency, I don't see they have any so-called purity on that. That's very clear. Yes, I don't know. You have attended their classes and all that. No, you're lucky. Saved you. But out of curiosity, you can try, listen to them, see your outcome. Correct? And see whether they are, as Prabhupada said, whenever you speak, you must uphold with scriptural evidence. You see, anyone can do that. Yeah? Any other questions?
Bro, you go to the Bhagavad Gita 11.20. Yeah. Bro, in this purport, Prabhupada was explaining that when Krishna showed the universal form to Arjuna, but only Arjuna only can able to see that universal form, right? Because in the with the ordinary eyes, we cannot see the universal form. But in the end of the purport, even Prabhupada mentioned that even some other planet, some of them also saw the universal form, Krishna's universal form.
All whom the Lord endowed with divine vision saw
Last, yeah.
the universal form of the benefit.
Arjuna seeing of the universal form.
So there are many liberated souls. So they can see. Sanjay also.
Otherwise,
Huh? Because he was empowered by Vyasadeva, by the mercy. That's why Vyasa Prasad, he says. Vyasa Prasad. Mercy of the spiritual master. See? So anyone who is pure, they could see.
So that means it's like Arjuna also is a pure devotee of Krishna only, right? Arjuna also is a pure devotee of Krishna only, no?
Actually,
then why you need a divine eyes to
Krishna
see
is
that?
using him as an example.
Yeah, exactly.
Otherwise, everybody say, I saw. How you saw? How
Yeah.
you cannot? Correct? So Krishna is putting the condition. You want to see my universal form, you cannot with material eyes. You must have divine eyes. Because now so many people saying they are God. So you ask them, show me your universal form. They can bluff. Correct? Yes. So these are all why Bhagavad Gita, Arjuna has to ask this question, I want to see your universe. Why? They're talking about fighting, going to fight. What's this? Yeah, the whole idea was that he didn't want to fight. And what has the seeing the universal form got to do with the fight? Tell me, what's the relation? Because Krishna is using him. Krishna is using him. You understand? To explain how he is God. You understand? Because Krishna knows many people will come in the future and they say they are God. Yes? So I don't think anyone can show that. Firstly, to see you must get divine eyes. After getting divine eyes, how he showed? He showed and he was still sitting by the side of Arjuna. Not that he had to, like the movie, he had to come out, stand on the road, He didn't have to do that. You understand? That is the potency of Krishna. So all these things are to explain to us, how Krishna is God. Yes? Correct?
Why he only chose Arjuna?
Turn the camera to her. What's the question?
Why Krishna chose Arjuna to show universal form and all this? What was like Bhima and Duryodhana, everyone is there, na Prabhu, including Kunti, they are all devotees of the Lord only. Why he only chose Arjuna to show all?
He only chose Arjuna because he said to Arjuna, because you are my devotee and my friend. Therefore, you can understand the secret.
Yes, Prabhu. But all the Pandavas also devotees only,
But
right?
he was with Arjuna only. Others all were somewhere else, no? Correct? Arjuna and him, they were in the chariot, no? So there's a talk between both of them because Arjuna dropped his bow, he didn't want to fight.
It's close by
Correct?
that
So to
side.
convince him, so Krishna is talking the Gita. You understand? Correct? Arjuna is a key player, you know. If Arjuna stops fighting, the of course Krishna will still finish it. He said already what? I'm not going to send them home. They are not going back home. Clear? Whether you want to take the credit or not. Of course, Krishna also knows he will do it. You know? So try to understand that that moment Arjuna was perplexed. So Arjuna has been used to explain this line. Correct? And the others, I'm sure they are so pure. If they can see Krishna and play with him and talk to him, they know I cannot use. That's why Krishna said all those he wanted to show, he showed. Sanjaya showed. Correct? So you must understand in that way, you know. Anyway, someone who always saying Krishna, why he cannot see? Correct? And the Pandavas knew Krishna is God. Huh?
Arjuna always seeing, he can see that universal form even without changing the eyes, right? Why to change eyes?
Because Krishna was using him to teach others. The example is, you understand? Arjuna already said, Parampara, Paramdharma.
He saw already. Yeah.
Now why he had to put the universal form? Because he wants to set an example. Everyone will come and say they are God. So you ask them the universal form.
Like in this particular chapter now, Prabhu, the contest is that again Krishna specifically mentioned that the eyes that you have right now are not eligible. But if we see the previous time when he was showing partial universal form in Duryodhana Sabha, when he went to compromise, that time
It's
under
not a universal form, a gigantic form.
gigantic,
He expanded himself because he wanted to arrest him.
he became big.
So he became so big how to arrest him.
Yeah,
That to bewilder the Pandav, I mean the Kauravas.
Kauravas.
That's all. He didn't show the two different things. Here he saw everything.
Yeah,
Everything is
everything.
you know,
Yes,
a little
yes,
different.
yes.
That's why Krishna has to show why I'm God. You follow? Because Bhagavad Gita, Krishna is speaking, you know, and normally if someone speaks like him, they'll think he's a crazy person. You know?
Yeah.
You study the Gita, someone speaks like Krishna, then somebody, maybe is little crazy.
Crazy pride, everything.
I spoke to the sun god. Correct? So to prove himself, so he had to substantiate. Of course, there's no need for him because he's God, you know.
Yeah.
But he had to do this to mainly convince us. You understand that Krishna is not an ordinary person. You follow this point? So therefore, only devotees will appreciate that. Non-devotees will not appreciate.
So it is not necessary ultimately to give separate eyes, divine eyes, is it? For devotees like Yashoda Maya, she saw that entire universe with the same eyes, right?
No, because explaining to him, you want to see this form, you cannot do it because Arjuna is acting as an ordinary person.
Okay.
You understand? So, you want to see this? You have to have divine eye. And I will give it to you. You see? You see?
Only the
Again.
Lord can give. Yeah.
So, if you are a devotee, you will appreciate all these things. But if you are not devotee, then all this nonsense finish. Correct? That's why he says, Avajanante mamuda.
Manishim tanumashrit.
And
Parambhava majanam.
no, this 725.
Namam dush. Sorry. Naham prakasha sarva.
Yogamaya
Yoma
Samavrita.
samavrita.
See, so Krishna, he is Supreme Personality of Godhead. In fact, he says to know this, that I am the soul, takes many, many births.
Yes.
Right? It's not a cheap thing, to know God. Because if you know God, then your whole program is finished. You don't have to stay here anymore. Go back. You understand? So to get to know that, takes many, many, many births. And who decides which birth, when you are in Krishna's hand? You understand? So that is how we have to realize our position. We are very much dependent on him. Yeah. What are the questions? So many people there.
No, Sudhir Prabhu only. Sudhira Prabhu is asking some question.
Who? Who is asking what?
Sudhira Prabhu.
Huh?
Sudhira Prabhu. Sudhir Chaitanya Prabhu.
No, he didn't come.
He did not know. No, that Hindi I don't know. Maybe Vimal Prabhu can read.
What is he asking?
No. Is it Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya or Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Namaha? The mantra, is it Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya or Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Namaha?
I think we say Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Never say Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Namaha.
No, sir, that movie. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Namaha, like this they sang
too
song.
much movies.
Narsimha movie, they put song like that.
Mantra is Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Even Prabhupada, when before he gives class, they chant Om Namo Bhagavate.
Yes.
Understand?
Yes.
The mantra is also there in the Bible.
Yes, Prabhu. First.
4:8:54.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Mantrananena Devasya Kuryat Dravyam Mayim Buddha Saparyam Vividir Dravyer Deshakala Vibhagate Gavit.
You see, Om Namah, you see the translation.
Yeah.
No. Word for word. Om Namo is already Namaha. Why again a Namaha?
I think they put for the tune.
Om Namah
Bhagavate
Vasudevaya.
Vasudevaya.
Why again a Namah? There's no double. Doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So the whole thing is there. Huh? Any other questions?
So, Sudhira Prabhu, next question. When we ask people for donations, they say that they already donated to Rama temple and saying that Krishna and Rama are the same and not willing to donate to Krishna temple again. So, how do we convince people to donate to Krishna temple instead of Rama temple or to both if they can afford? Especially in Singapore, temple building funds are needed for both temples now. Like now, Changi Rama temple also they are building, right? And now we are also raising funds. So when he asked someone, they were saying like, we already donated there. Everything is same, no? Something like that.
Oh, donated there already.
So how to convince them to donate here?
So when you get salary every month you're giving it to them.
Yeah, they can
Correct.
give. Yes,
Yes.
yes.
Salary you only get once a year.
No, once in a month.
Correct. So okay, you gave them. Well, next month you can give you.
Yeah.
What? Correct.
No,
If
if
you
already.
don't want to give, that your misfortune. What can I say? Correct. Yes. If you don't want to give, you will have millions of excuses not to give.
Yes, agree.
If you want to give,
Yeah.
correct. Yes.
Yes.
What's wrong in giving to Krishna also?
Yes.
Anything wrong?
Nothing wrong.
Huh? Cannot give, must not give. Only give only one time.
One temple, one time.
Huh? Giving one temple only must give. Doesn't make any logical sense.
Yes.
Don't. If you don't want to give, say I don't want to give. Don't say I gave there, I gave here. It's irrelevant.
Yeah.
Understand? This is the bottom answer. And if you give, only you will benefit because the Lord don't need.
Yes.
Because you're giving for your purification.
Yes.
You understand?
Yes.
That is, you have to preach to him, explain.
Yes.
Yeah, 7,
7, 9, 18,
11.
11.
7, 9, 11, is it?
No.
That you give is only for your
Mirror. The Supreme Lord, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, is always fully satisfied in Himself. Therefore, when something is offered to Him, the offering by the Lord's mercy is for the benefit of the devotee. For the Lord does not need service from anyone. To give an example, if one's face is decorated, the reflection of one's face in a mirror is also seen to be decorated.
So when you give, you are giving because of your own purification.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
You don't want to give, that's your loss. Correct?
Yes.
If you give to Ram, yeah, he's giving to Krishna also. I didn't say no. Correct? But that temple will not give something to this temple. So how?
In fact, now we could not able to do Sankirtan there.
They don't
Because-
have to allow you there.
Because they told we are also building temple now. Please don't come.
Anyway, Krishna decides,
Yeah.
you're not going to lose out. How much is going to give you? $1 million?
Sri Krishna Mandir afterwards. Some already donated through Gyro for 12 months, Prabhu, as Rama Temple giving such option. It's like they already booked for next 12 months already for the Rama Temple. They are providing 1 year Gyro option. So they already enrolled for 12-month program already.
1 man, 2 man, what's the big deal?
Yeah.
We are not, we are just, they are all only there.
Yeah.
We are all over whole island.
Yeah.
Right? They don't have the young people like us going out. Correct?
Yes.
Of course, they have their Sai Baba there. Have you been to their temple?
No. This is that. Here in Little India one, they have Sai Baba beside.
Yes.
Changi one also.
Hello.
Oh.
I went there in 1976. You're not even born. Understand? I was there in 1976. I was giving class there, preaching. And the Sai Baba is there. Huh?
Yeah.
So you decide.
I did not observe. Yeah. Okay. Oh.
Now altar, you go in, there's on the left side. On, oh, is it? So you have to give with knowledge and understanding what is right and what is not right. Understand? If you give to some place where they are not
In line.
practicing the dharma, then how your donation will benefit you?
Yes.
That you can explain and you can preach to the person. You understand? Why you have to give to Krishna Mandir? Everybody will say they're building temple. Suppose I build one Kali temple. They also use temple.
Yes.
But Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, whatever you do, you give to me.
Yes.
Or they will say, yeah, Rama and Krishna the same.
But they are not following it purely.
So the most important thing is to understand, because they, although they are worshipping Rama, but they are also putting some Sai Baba there.
Correct.
You think Rama will be happy with that?
No.
So you explain to him. You understand?
Yes.
So that's where preaching comes. We also here with so many temples, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. So why so special about you? Because we are teaching,
Bhagavad Gita.
nobody else does. And Krishna said, anyone who teaches is very dear to him.
Nachamam tasya.
So you want to give to someone who is dear,
1869.
or who not dear, who are breaking principles? What?
Yes. Agreed.
Food got onion, garlic, coffee, tea. All these are doesn't qualify a person for Rama's mercy. Yes. So you educate the person. And so why Prabhupada? He said, why you want to build this temple? There's so many temples. Why you want to build one more temple?
And Dr. Patel asked this question.
But as there's so many children outside. Why you want to bring your own children to pick them up? And keep quiet. All right.
In the morning walk. Yeah.
I mean, is that talking nonsense? Understand? You tell him what is right and what is wrong. If you say giving there already, but you must know where to give what is right and wrong. Correct?
Yes.
Yes, and Krishna himself say, give it to me. And you have to give to somebody who is upholding dharma. If he is not upholding dharma and you donate to him, well, what is the use of that? Yeah? It says the donation, what kind of category?
Yeah.
3,
17, 20, 21.
2, 3, 17.
Okay, 2, 3, 7. Purport.
Yeah?
Purport.
You give to somebody who is uneducated, money come back in
One time.
same portion.
Purport. Second paragraph. Wait.
There,
Wait,
see, money given in charity.
Money given in charity to a suitable person is guaranteed bank balance in the next life. Such charity is recommended to be given to a Brahmana. If the money is given in charity to a non-Brahmana without Brahmanical qualification, the money is returned in the next life in the same proportion. If it is given in charity to a half-educated Brahmana, even then the money is returned double. If the money is given in charity to a learned and fully qualified Brahmana, the money is returned 100 and thousands of times. And if the money is given to a Veda Paraga, one who has factually realized the path of the Vedas, it is returned by unlimited multiplication. Now Vedanta, Bhakti.
So, where you want to give your money?
Yeah.
Correct. They don't know. They just thinking that I've already given, so I don't need to give anymore.
Even for patronship also we face this problem many times.
Suppose you have bought something and eaten. Why you want to buy sometime, after some time you want to buy again?
Again.
You already bought and yet ready one.
Yeah.
Right? Yes or not?
Yes.
Yeah. That's why preaching is important. Person may say many things, but you must know how to convince.
Yes, Prabhu. Yes. In fact, we face these kind of cases. At least this person is saying, I donated to Rama temple. Some people does not agree with us and they say we are giving to NKF, we are giving to this society, that society, like this. So sometimes we say we need to go to the roots and preach. No other option. Yeah.
To explain,
Yeah.
give to NKF and all this. Yeah, we don't say no, but you got no benefit. Right? Unless you give to Krishna, only you get benefit.
Yeah.
You cannot say we are fanatical about it. Huh? Because that's what Krishna says. Yad juhosi yad asnadi darpan. Tat kurusva mad arpanam.
Madarpan.
Yes?
Yes.
So where if you want to give to God, I know, you must know what God says. Correct? It is something that you have to learn. Right? Huh?
Yes.
Any other question? What is it?
Did Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur change the parampara? Did Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur change the parampara?
I don't think so. He in fact strengthened the parampara. Huh? Why you thinking he changed?
Like
What ground
there
he
was
changed?
one
No, ask the man who said.
yeah.
On what ground the parampara is changed?
Yeah. If he's
Is he replying there?
Ramya Iyer.
Huh?
Yeah.
He set the foundation so that Prabhupada would expand the movement. Without those changes that he made, it is impossible to preach outside India.
Correct.
You know? So Prabhupada, Bhaktisiddhanta, he introduced all those. For example, initiation to women.
Yes.
If we don't do that, our movement, how will go forward?
Yeah, correct.
Yeah?
Correct.
Understand? And then he made his sannyasi travel out on boat
out of
and
the country.
plane.
Yeah.
Otherwise, Prithiviti Sarvatra how?
Prithivite Acha Nagaradigram.
You understand? He was envisioning as an acharya how to preach.
Correct.
Yeah? No,
Yeah.
now you cannot. You suggest stay here only. You cannot travel. Understand? They cannot cross oceans.
They cannot cross oceans. Yes.
Ask them. You go and ask them. I don't ask me how.
No,
They
but
say,
nowadays even other parampara sannyasis also crossing the ocean.
huh?
Nowadays even other parampara sannyasis also crossing the ocean.
Now, yeah,
Yeah.
because lucrative. All want to travel business class.
So why can't they cross?
Huh?
I don't understand why can't they cross?
Because that's the law.
Shastra injunction.
They cannot travel outside India. You understand?
Is it because they get contaminated if they travel? Is it something like that?
Could be.
One more question.
Put the mic.
Wrong side. Sorry, Prabhu, you said about women getting initiation, but then there is a Shastri injunction saying that if, without initiation, one can fall back into the animal species. Then how then women in that past, how did they get delivered? How did they get?
The woman get liberated by following the husband. Whatever the husband does, half of the credit goes to the woman. So if the husband is very advanced, then the wife will follow wherever the husband goes. It's already taken care of. Just like In the Bhagavatam, what's his name? Mayur Dwaja, king. Malaya Dwaja. When he passed away, the wife did the sati and he went back to garden and the wife also went. That's the verse also, 7:12. You can see 7:12 or 7:11. That the wife, by serving such a husband, also goes back to garden. Isn't that? You saw the verse?
7:12 what?
Give her the mic.
7:11.
7:11. 7:11:28. You can put up.
No. 28. 29.
7:12. This one. 7:11.
The women who engages in the women who engages in the service of her husband, following strictly in the footsteps of the goddess of fortune, surely returns home back to Godhead with her devotee husband and lives very happily in the Vaikuntha planets.
So why she needs initiation? Because the husband must be devotee. If it's not devotee,
Both are not initiated. Both are not initiated. That fiction, they may not come to this person's level.
Prabhu, sorry, just you showed us this verse just now that just by following the devotee husband, the women can get liberation. So why is the system of initiation for women is introduced, Prabhu?
Bhaktisiddhanta started that.
I mean, what was the reason, Prabhu?
Have to ask him. I cannot question the mind of an acharya. Ainda can challenge him also. He must know he has a foresight. Because it's understanding that we are going in an era where women are trying to become equal to men. They're given facility to go to school. They are, taking up competing jobs. In many places, they are always thinking they are better than men. See?
Yeah.
So this is a facility for them to join in the preaching movement.
Like in Prabhupada Leelamrita, this episode came now, Prabhu, when Prabhupada was about to take initiation, he asks his wife also. That time he was explaining few words, saying that if we both are not initiated, then you may not follow and I may follow, then this problem will be there. So it's better to take both of us, something like that. Is it something like that also?
Yeah, I never had that. There was no talk about one getting initiated.
No, when he was about to take, he asked wife also.
There's no such thing written. That's what I know. If something new is there, I don't know. As far as I know, he was asked, and of the dancers, though I have noted him, he hears well. Then he gave him. Wife was not. He's drinking tea and so many things. He was not really favorable. He sold his manuscripts of Bhagavad Gita.
Yeah. Yeah. First Bhagavad Gita, when he wrote, she sold that for a weight.
He sold that and bought tea. That is written there.
That day he
That's why he. No, actually he left because Bhaktisiddhanta was calling him. Take sannyas. And his business was also folding up, collapsing. Of course, all Krishna's way. If she had become a devotee, then why he would leave her? You understand? Any other questions?
So, Prabhu, so if the woman is not married and then she got initiated after Bhaktisiddhanta introduced this, would it mean that she will get she has chance to go back?
She practiced Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, no? 9:31. Everyone can come back to me. Even Sri, Sudra, Vaishya. So going back to Godhead got nothing to do with the material condition. Is it?
Only pertaining to initiation, bro. My question is like just initiation. Would it?
If they take initiation, they get strength from the spiritual master to follow. See? Anyone can come. There's no bar. So there's spiritually the soul has got no identification. It qualifies to go back to Godhead. The initiation is the process that helps because the spiritual master takes away all sinful activities and you get transcendental knowledge. Although it is also said that a woman cannot understand this, it's the mercy of Guru. The challenging thing is that when a woman is young and getting initiated, and then when she gets married, if the husband is not a devotee, that's going to be a real difficult thing. Because, and she has to surrender to the husband, is another big problem.
It's the same with boy. Isn't it the same problem?
No, boy got more upper hand.
Okay.
Of course, he would be a fool if he marries someone who is going to beat him down. Correct? To be a little intelligent. I don't know why you were to go and marry a girl who is completely not interested. Something strange, no? Yeah? Actually, all these things are arranged by Krishna. Who gets who? Understand? Karma.
Yes.
Challenges are there with material world. What we did in our last life, I don't know. Many conditions are there.
So Prabhu, they were saying, if women without marrying and get initiated, they can go back. Then maybe women started not marrying. They start not marrying. I mean, they are stopping getting married, Prabhu.
Oh, they don't want to marry.
Yeah.
Even they say like that, in the heart they are thinking, who's my husband? That's what the woman brain is all about. Who will be my husband? Who will be my... They're searching 24/7. Understand? They said the duty of the father is to find somebody for... Understand? Every woman, every man who is lusty, also, who's my wife? Who's my wife? You understand? Because then woman is attracted to man naturally, and man is attracted to woman naturally. In Kali Yuga, you see that verse, you know, the three things are they are attracted to. One is intoxication, other one is pride, and the third thing is woman. Do you know? 117. Hello, take out the voice. So you see, otherwise, why all this? Why everybody is running after each other? How many platforms are there to bring man and woman together? Huh? Correct? School, you going to school, what they doing? That is all going on. Correct? This attraction for man and woman is the sum and substance of the whole material. Understand? Material world means this thing. man and woman attraction. That's why spiritual life is how to keep that away. 3 ashrams, no connection, only one. Why should be the other way around? 3 ashram connected in one only. Yeah. Why? Because this is the conditioning. Understand? Man and woman, Prabhupada said, man is good, woman is good. But you put together, they're bad. You understand? That is the anchor. Finish. Very hard to come out. Unless you get the mercy of God. Even Prabhupada was. Bhaktisiddhanta came in his dream to take him out. He was sweating 3 times. You understand? Where's that? See?
In the age of Satya, truthfulness.
No, okay, go up more. Yeah. There's 3 things there.
Yeah.
It
But it appears
that 3
that-
of your legs are broken due to rampant irreligion in the form of pride, lust for women, and intoxication. You understand this? Lust for women, Kali Yuga. Everyone is good. Nobody, everything is based on that. Even to advertise one toothpick, also 10 naked women must be there. I mean, what kind of nonsense is that? Correct? And the women, they love it to show their body. They enjoy, you see how they are dressing. Why they have to dress like that? They enjoy showing off their, understand? Kali Yuga, what to do? Mode of passion. That's why mode of passion, Krishna says, very dangerous. It is your enemy. Before, that's why woman, to save the woman, the man has to be very strong. Then the woman is also helped. If the man is weak, then how? What will happen?
Women are more stronger, I think, Prabhu, now. They are looking for more stronger men.
Naturally, because mode of passion, the mode of goodness, passion, and ignorance, they're always fighting for control. Understand? It's 14:10, Bhagavad Gita, you see? They're always fighting who to be, who. Sometimes the goodness overtakes passion, passion overtakes ignorance, like this. See?
Sometimes the mode of goodness becomes prominent, defeating the modes of passion and ignorance. O son of Bharata. Sometimes the mode of passion defeats goodness and ignorance, and at other times, ignorance defeats goodness and passion. In this way, there is always competition for supremacy.
That's why we have to go above the modes. Krishna is advising us to go above the modes. Staying in the mode of goodness is also not good. See all the so-called Brahmins in India fallen down. Yes? Why they fallen down? Such high birth, why? Because they're not catching all the lotus feet of Krishna. Huh? No, there's verse here. 11:5, 5:2, 5:3. No, next one. Next one. The one. Can read?
Any members of the 4 Varnas and 4 Ashramas who fail to worship the personality of Godhead, the source of their own creation, or who intentionally disrespect Him, will fall down from their position into a hellish state of life.
See that? And most of them don't accept Krishna as the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So, what would be their position? Yes? Yeah? Krishna said this also in the Bhagavad Gita, 9:24.
I am the only enjoyer and master of all sacrifices. Therefore, those who do not recognize my true transcendental nature fall down.
So then you cannot you cannot try to change things, you have to follow. You don't accept the Supreme Personality of Godhead, then what's your position? Asking for trouble, no? Yeah? Understand? Many people don't know this. They think God is for only getting some benefit. Yeah? God is for getting some money, passing exams, what? Good wine. What? Yeah. I think that is God. God means, and if this God cannot give, I'll go to another God. Huh? That God cannot, I'll try, keep trying, which one will give? Understand? Like shopping. Because they are polluted consciousness, Vishuddha Buddhi. And they will have a lot of desires, unending desires. Yeah? Unending. Won't stop asking and asking and asking. Krishna says, someone come to me and ask me this and that, I will not give him. I will give him my lotus feet, and that way all his desires will stop. You know? He doesn't like anyone to go and petition him again and again and again. Yes.
The Supreme Personality of Godhead fulfills the material desires of a devotee who approaches him with such motives, but he does not bestow benedictions upon devotee that will cause him to demand more benedictions again. However, the Lord willingly gives the devotee shelter at his own lotus feet, even though such a person does not aspire for it, and that shelter satisfies all his desires. That is the Supreme Personality's special mercy.
Cannot. Yeah. Yes, no, not you. Okay, giving to Martin.
Anyone asks for material benefit, Krishna, he says he's not very intelligent. Artha Pagyani. Artha Pagyani. So those who ask for material benefits, they're not intelligent. 499.
Persons who worship you simply for the sense gratification of this bag of skin are certainly influenced by your illusory energy. in spite of having you, who are like a desert tree and are the cause of liberation from birth and death. Foolish persons such as me desire benedictions from you for sense gratification, which is available even for those who live in hellish conditions.
See, this is Durva Maharaj saying. So to ask for material benefit, and most people don't know that. They think God means for material benefit because they're only interested in sense gratification. You see, always looking for ways to get money. Yes? That's why it is called polluted consciousness. Yeah, they don't know. They think if I get money, all my problems are solved.
That is how we are being taught, right, Prabhu? When we have problems, when we are being children, parents say, go pray to God, do prayer, do worship, you get so that you'll pass. If you have suffering, go pray to God. That's how we are being taught. So we started being praying like that. And that's where we started asking when we are growing big, we started asking more and more because we know He's giving.
Material desires is like that, you know. Always Anandambodhi Vardhanam. Always you want this and then you want that, you want, never ends. Understand? So unless you meet a pure devotee, this thing cannot stop. You understand? That is the solution. But if you don't want to meet a pure devotee,
So even now we can see many punya kshetras we and all go now. For example, the famous one is like Tirumala, Tirupati. So from childhood onwards, we Telugu people are used to go to Tirupati and then ask for material desires only. Frankly, like no one asks for spiritual desire. But there is no change practically unless we met Prabhupada.
Krishna says in 7:15, 7:16,
7:16.
that this is piety. Sukritino, see? Sukritino.
Yeah.
Those 4 people who go, someone who wants something,
Ardo,
someone who is in
Ardardo,
distress,
Jignas.
Then he say, among all this, the one who is wise is very dear to me.
Next one, 7:17. Yeah.
The wise is very dear
To me, who is in full knowledge of this, the one who is in full knowledge and who is always engaged in pure devotional service is the best. For I am very dear to him and he is dear to me.
See? So to come to this platform, what you're doing, like they're going to Tirupati, holy place, they're amassing some piety. And by that,
Piety,
gradually, they may get purified to meet a devotee, read the book. See?
Yeah, correct.
So that's why Krishna says, Bhavunam Janmanam. You know how many, I already explained, Brahma is what now?
155
years old.
Yeah.
That means the 150 trillion years gone.
Yeah.
What have we all been doing? Huh? You cannot say no. Correct?
Yes.
So every soul is going through that.
Yes.
When they're going to come to devotion. You understand? So that is like now we are reflecting and saying, wow, these people are foolish. All they should do is surrender. We know. Correct? They don't know. Just like this person said, I have already given to Rama temple. If you know, you will give it. Correct?
Yes.
You will not go there. Yeah, you don't know. Understand? So you think everything is okay, everything the same. No, serving Krishna is not the same. No, of course, Ram. But Ram also, you think, doesn't mean that you put a statue of Ram and open a temple, he will be running down there. He only yatra gayante mad bhakta.
Tatra tishtami.
Yeah, not that Krishna is just, any whole how you simply put only he will It only be there if you are devotee. That is different position. Muktanamapi
Siddhanam
siddhanam
Vasudeva Narayana Parayanam
Narayanam Parayanam.
Kodishwapi Mahamune Sudurlabha
It's very rare.
very rare.
Devotee platform is not. Now we don't classify ourselves as Hindu. Will you say Hindu? Will you say you're Hindu? You don't identify that. Why? Because you're Krishna devotee. It's different. You understand? Say my devotee are different. Of course, to be a Vaishnava is very high platform. But nonetheless, we understand to some extent that we don't want to be going to God and in fact going to the demigod temple is not very exciting news for you also. Yes? Oh, I have to go and see Lord Shiva today. I didn't see him. Is it there?
No.
Why? Because Krishna is
Once.
understand. Before, oh no, Monday I go
Must
here,
go.
Tuesday I go there, Thursday I go there, and Friday I come here. You got a whole roster. You understand?
Yes.
But now, you understand? So knowledge.
Gives the
And
detachment.
knowledge means what? Association with the
Devotee.
pure devotee. And whole thing change. Consciousness change. Perception, everything change. Yes? And that's important. That's why Krishna says, one who knows, very great and
Rest.
So demigod thing is little bit higher than atheism. Because atheists don't believe at all.
Yeah.
Demigods are, oh, I'm getting benefit. There must be somebody higher. So it is propelling a person to accept an authority. See? So as he goes on, finally, if he meets a devotee, then whole life change. Correct? Just like they say, to bring a freshwater fish to sea water, you cannot just take and throw there, no?
Yeah. Little salt.
Correct? You have to get the fish to acclimatize, and then eventually it'll be like a saltwater fish. So that stepping stone is required. Yes?
Yes.
Different level of consciousness, purification rather. Now, ultimately, you don't want anything. Also, I don't want, just like what his name, Sanatan Goswami, he was keeping the touchstone, no?
Yes, bro.
He can use the touchstone. Why he don't want to use the touchstone? He's keeping in the pile of garbage. Huh? Why? Because the person has God, Krishna, he doesn't need anything else. You understand? So that's the point. Nadanam, najanam, nasundari mukhavi. So purification of the heart, you come to that level. See? Nowadays, you become renouncer means I think you're a real fool. Huh?
Yes.
Correct? No, they're making retirement plan. What?
Many
All
things.
kind of, investment, I have to save for my retirement. Our philosophy is the retirement means nothing. Sharanam Gati. That's it. See, two different consciousness. Right? And then on retirement, they go on cruise ships, go to all the exotic places. But the real idea is to go to holy places.
Yes.
That going to Las Vegas will save you.
Yeah.
You will become Las Vegas.
Las Vegas.
Las Vegas means Las Vegas. Yes.
Yes.
So try to understand the whole concept is all now become topsy-turvy because of the influence of Kali. What to do, what not to do, they simply don't know. Yes.
Yes, Prabhu.
That's why we have to take advantage of the scriptures, devotees, guru, all signs. Unfortunately, Indians, they're supposed to know this, but they themselves completely mistrained. Whole idea is, worshipping all kind of crazy people. They think all the successful people are the icon, they're the role models. Yeah. And God has got no
picture. Yeah.
no credibility.
No.
All right, anything else?
Okay. But why Harihara created this universe at the first place? Like his question is like Shiva and Vishnu created this universe at the first place. Why they created this universe first of all?
Because you wanted it.
Yeah, that
Because you wanted to play God, so you had to create this place.
5:18:38. You show that verse, right? 5:18:30.
5:18.
38 or 20.
So the world was created because the living entity wanted to become God. So the Lord has created this material world. Yes?
38. 5:18:38.
That he didn't want to create. 5:18:38, he didn't want to create. He didn't like the idea.
But living entities ask.
He created it because the living entity wanted to play God. And in the process, they're getting completely entangled. It's not that the Lord willingly created this. That's 5:18:38. He didn't want to do. Unwillingly, he created this place. What to do? Just like a child, he wants to touch the fire. They don't do. Then finally he insists, what do you do? Let him touch. And now you're burned. Correct? Get out also difficult. Yes?
Yes.
Any other question?
But everything is Harihar. He simply extending.
Everything is Harihar. Please read the Gita, ask him. What was the question?
But some people say if God knew that we were going to fall, why did he give us the intelligence to fall down or want to become God ourselves?
The intelligence is given to you because you see this verse 6154, Madhya. Oh, it's 10 o'clock. Huh? So you see here in this verse, can we?
The internal potency of the Supreme Lord, Vishnu, is spiritual as verified by the Shastras. There is another spiritual potency known as Kshetragya, or the living entity. The third potency, which is also known as Nescience, makes the living entity godless and fills him with fruitive activity.
So the material world, the material energy makes him godless and makes him feel with fruitive activity. So when you become godless, then you will do all these crazy things. You understand? Because you're already illusion, you don't know. All you want to do is enjoy your senses and work like an ass. You follow? So why is the Lord, how you will know about the Lord? You will not know about the Lord. You understand your question again?
Then if God knew we were going to fall down, why did he give the intelligence for us to fall down? If he knew we were going to want to become God.
Because you want it. So the Lord being a sanctioner, He allowed it. Because you want this thing. But the result is not in the Lord's hands. Like you suppose you want to kill him. So the Lord allowed you. But the consequence, you have to suffer. You understand? So you cannot say the Lord allowed it, therefore the Lord is responsible. Huh? You cannot say that. You follow. Yeah. 5, 6, 5, 15. 5:15 Gita, you see? You can read.
Nor does the Supreme Lord assume anyone's sinful or pious activities. Embodied beings, however, are bewildered because of the ignorance which covers their real knowledge.
Understand? Doesn't mean that the Lord allowed you and you did it, and the Lord is responsible. No? You want, so the Lord fulfill your desire. But the result, you understand? Huh? So therefore, in order to protect yourself, you have to become at least pious religious, and you won't want to do some crazy things. Correct? 1624.
One should therefore understand what is duty and what is not duty by the regulations of scriptures. Knowing such rules and regulations, one should act so that he may gradually be elevated.
Not degraded. Yeah. So that's why you must act according to Shastra. If you don't know, then that's why it says Nunam Pravarte Kurute Vikarma. 554. So if you don't know, then you will do Vikarma, sinful activity. Correct? See?
When a person considers sense gratification the aim of life, he certainly becomes mad after materialistic living and engages in all kinds of sinful activity. He does not know that due to his past misdeeds, he has already received a body which, although temporary, is the cause of his misery. Actually, the living entity should not have taken on a material body, but he has been awarded the material body for sense gratification. Therefore, I think it not befitting an intelligent man to involve himself again in the activities of sense gratification by which he perpetually gets material bodies one after another.
Understand? So whose fault is it?
Our fault.
If you don't engage in the service of the Lord, then you will do sinful work.
Last Saturday class fully about this.
3 modes of material nature.
No, you were saying same.
Yeah.
We ourselves willingly engaging in sense gratification, then how? Lord.
You understand? So not that the Lord is granting you, because the Lord is sitting in the heart as the super soul. He is witnessing and is permitting. So according to your attachment to the modes, so you're getting the result. Karanam guna sangosya sat asat joni janmasu. You understand? Because your association with the modes, accordingly you get the result. Yeah.
13, 22.
You understand?
The living entity in material nature thus follows the ways of life, enjoying the three modes of nature, This is due to his association with that material nature. Thus, he meets with good and evil among various species.
Cannot blame the Lord for anything. Why the Lord let you? He told you not come here, and you say no. I want to go. What you can do? You think what the Lord was not. That's why he said in that verse 5:18-38. He didn't like it at all. You understand? It's not that he is sanctioning. It's not. Okay? See?
O Lord, you do not desire the creation, maintenance,
You
or
do not
annihilation.
desire the creation. It is not that he gladly, no. Understand? So you have to understand the people, why you ask this kind of question is that they blame it on God. You follow? Why the Lord let it happen? He know why did he make me? It is a relevant question. You can't blame the judge for giving the sentence. Can.
We can always blame the government for allowing the drugs to be sold publicly, right?
So why you want to buy? Why you want to buy? They already sold it. Let's say they're selling, but they also say you buy it, you're going to be hanging. So whose fault is that? That's always two sides of the coin. You understand? You cannot blame you, your consciousness. That's why you as a soul, you have to wake up. Understand? And purify yourself. Otherwise, you'll be sitting in this prison. Whose choice is it? The government choice to maintain you in prison? Your choice. Correct? So you have to come out. And how to come out? To change. First step is to surrender. Yes. And then you come out. Correct.
Yes.
You have to take association of devotees, then this kind of a submissive, surrendering mood will come. Cannot go to God if you don't want to surrender. It's not that you can go to Him and challenge Him. It's not going to work. He doesn't need to care for you. Why? He will stay here again billions of years, no problem. Yes, correct. And doesn't mean that he's accompanying with you, means he is suffering with you.
Yeah, he don't suffer.
Huh? Yes, then he's enjoying the spiritual world, he's always there.
Yeah.
Because that's why there are two birds in the tree.
Yeah.
One is watching, another one is suffering. Yeah?
Eating or suffering, yeah.
Correct. So when the bird turns around and looks at the Lord, his life changes. Yes?
Yes.
So you cannot blame the Lord for this. In fact, on the contrary, the Lord is always thinking how to save.
Haraye Hari Medase.
Huh?
That verse. Yeah.
How to save him, how to give him intelligence, how to. Someone shows some interest, the Lord quickly arranges for him to meet the devotee. Something.
That's
Correct? Understand? The Lord is, that's why that verse, 6:45. 6:45 or 6:44.
Purva, yes. 44.
Purva Abheshena.
Yeah.
Yeah. See?
Purva Abhyasena Teneva.
He automatically become attractive yogi principle. How does this happen? What is his automatic? You make up. Correct? You see the example, you came here. When you came from India, you planned, I will go to one Krishna Mandir. Huh? And did you plan? So who is making? Hello? Going on, you're tired already. Oh, the tea is tired.
Screen. No, the camera, no, the USB gone suddenly. That's why everything. Camera also gone. Oh, okay. Camera, you can reconnect again. Just on it. Just there you see camera symbol.
Down.
Okay.
What is it?
For a male devotee
So
initiated
this
last.
question is finished automatically. Now I explained 6. Huh?
Yes.
You understand? So the Lord is inside the heart, witnessing and is guiding. You understand? So the moment you show some interest, something, and plus your past life, what you have done, then the Lord, is helping. Yeah? Automatically He comes. Where is that? So, is it clear? See? Even without speaking them. See that point there? So how this works? Because the Lord is keeping track, on all this, what happened in your last life. You have done this, okay. Helps again continue. That's why spiritual life, there's no loss, Whatever you did and you stop there, next life you continue from where you stop. But material life is, again, you start all over. You follow? So it takes many, many births. Takes many. So that is the advantage of Krishna consciousness. You understand? You can study the whole world also. You see, those who were born in India, they are what? Fires, given facility, they have to pray. All. If you're born in China, cannot even pray. So why one here and why there? Because it's sinful. One is pious. You understand? It's all arranged by the Lord. Right? So what's the question for a male devotee?
Initiated last 5 years in it. Career from the past 13 years and connected to temple. What's best now? Brahmachari joining temple or go into Grihastha? So much confused. Please guide.
So he is in Krishna consciousness from past 13 years. From past 5 years he is initiated. So now can he marry or go and become brahmachari?
Well, now if he thinks that he wants to change the ashram, then best he goes to his authority and reveal the mind, and ask him to take guidance from them. I cannot say head and tail from here. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what is best for you, but just one question in the internet. So the best thing I suggest that you go to whichever authority you have, and then you reveal your mind, and then take advice accordingly. Because if you are in this kind of position, then I think it's better to change the ashram. Before, because it's already doubt. Correct? Any other thing there? Nothing.
Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur said that Grihastha life is more ideal in Kali Yuga. Why did he say that?
You can try. I didn't say no, you can try. Yeah? Can give some suggestion to him. Idea is to first practice brahmacharya so that you understand what is renunciation. And then at 25, you make a decision whether you can or you cannot. Yeah? Like him, you see, he's making his decision now.
Okay.
In fact, when you are young, you are trained not to go into that ashram. All the brahmachari training means to tell you how the danger of household life. Understand? And you still want to go ahead? And your choice. But at least you are trained now to understand. And when you go, then as a trained person, you will able to help the wife also. You understand? But if you like nowadays, there's no training, they just jump into it. What happens? Both of them drown. You understand? That is the pitfall. That's why the whole thing is training. Brahmachari goes through the training, then you realize it. Then yes. And when he goes into the ashram also, he is only meditating when I can leave. That's how it works, you know. You understand? Otherwise, with no training, he will be thinking, no, I will just stay like this. I have a very good wife, I will just stay like this. I got nice children. Right? There's no sense of detachment, and that's also difficult. But of course, in Kali Yuga, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu never wants you to become detached. You stay and preach. And he says, no, a lot of things. Huh? So this is how it is. You first, now you should practice brahmacharya, detachment. Then as you go on, then you learn, you see. And then if you want to change your ashram, then it's choice. It's not that you cannot or must not, no. The choice is yours. If you feel that you cannot maintain this, then understand. But you get to learn first how this is risky ashram. Yes. You know, and you have got always realizations. You know, not like if you don't have that, then this marriage failed, another one. That marriage failed, another one. And like this is going on. Yes. 70 years old and a 20-year-old wife can think. This is not. Well, as soon as possible, they should try to become very challenging ashram. Sapadhan, they say in the marriage ceremony, getting married is a sapadhan, be warned. What you getting into? And then, anyway, if you get a good wife, then yes. If you get no good wife, also good. Both ways good. Correct. What is that? Anything else? Finish. Finish. It's 10 o'clock already. So I guess anything else? Any last question?
Prabhu, regarding Gayatri mantra, we are doing, Prabhu, that any specific timings we need to follow, or night time also after 11, 12 also we can do?
You have to do 3 times a day. Ideal time is Brahma Muhurta time, then the afternoon time, and then the evening time. So if you miss and all what to do, you have to adjust, no? Correct? Not sometimes you cannot, for some reason, then try to. Yeah? Not that in the morning you do all 3 and then forget the whole day. That is. You follow. You have to do.
Because we go to office and all, Prabhu, afternoon time definitely we cannot do. Then only after coming back.
So there's a challenge, right?
Yes.
You must only do it at the Sandhya or like
11 o'clock or 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, like that. That too.
You have to do during the Sandhya. I want to do at midnight.
what if you miss because of service or something you want?
Hello. I don't buy that. 5 minutes. Yeah. cannot spare because you're not conscious. Understand? You're carried away, then you, oh, I have to do. Yeah, yes or no? So you have to be sure. Okay, you practice. Yes,
Yes.
to make yourself disciplined. You know, like always you can forget what sleeping time only you remember. Sitting in the bed and doing your gayatri. Bed is the most dirty place anyway. Huh? Correct?
Yes.
So you think now how to much as possible try to get on time. Yeah. Anyway, this is the test. Because it's very simple. You don't have to sit down like the other Brahmins and do all, pranayam and this and that. You'll take whole day on that. It's practical. Go do chant. Anyway, you can do other Brahmins. Mostly to purify your consciousness. Worshipping the Lord 3 times also good. You remember the Lord.
Trisanya.
Yeah. Correct. So you try. Before you take your prasadam, you make sure you have done it. Correct? Fasting. Fasting also you can remember. Fasting time you remember more. Oh, I have to eat now and chant the Gayatri. Correct? Anyway, this is something you should try to regulate yourself. Whole idea is to remember the Lord 3 times a day. Huh? Everything is practice.
And during the traveling time also we can do, Prabhu. Like sometimes we'll be in traveling
You should.
in the vehicle, Prabhu.
Anyway, you
Any-
remember, you do.
I mean, like if we are in 24-hour journey, for example, we might break it.
But you will eat the 24-hour journey, right? 24-hour journey you will not eat. So if you are going to eat, what you can check. Correct? You will eat in the 24-hour journey, yes? So why don't you chant this also before you eat?
Like for example, you're traveling and then you are eating or something.
Mentally you can purify yourself.
We are moving to one place to another place, not in one place. Moving time.
Time zone, you just adjust.
How we purify?
Huh?
How we purify?
Mantra is there. Om Pavitra Pavitra Va
Apavitra.
Sarvavastam
Sarvavasta
Tato
Gato.
Piva Yasmarat Pundarikaksham
Bahyadhyam.
Bhaya Bhayantara Suchi Sri Vishnu Sri
Sri-
Vishnu Sri
Sri-
Vishnu. Why you cannot do that? I don't see any. You travel more than me. How
No
many hours
problem.
I'm traveling, different time zone, everything.
Yes.
I start here, that side already.
Yes.
So how, which time to follow what? Understand? So you have to. Coming from America, the time all change already. You lose
Yes.
one day, actually.
You lose one day. Yes.
So how to just? I see no problem. I don't see any problem with it. Only if you don't want to do, you're lazy.
Yes.
Then what to do? Oh, good, no, this journey I no need to chant Gayatri. That's your perception, correct? Yes?
Yes.
So you have to think how, correct? Always there be a time to, and now you go night, then by the time you reach there, already afternoon, already finished,
Yes.
and your time how? So you have to know, no? Yes? Like if I'm traveling, I will, in the plane already, I change my time to that country. So I'm starting to follow that country time already there. So I don't lose out on, because I'm going there, right? I start here. Right? Then you keep up with the. Otherwise, whole day gone.
Yes.
You come here, from there you already, India, you come here, lose. Because here already you're gaining 2.5 hours ahead.
Yes.
Yeah. So you have to just, I was traveling with him. I started in Hyderabad. And then I came already, I think we took the plane at what, 11 o'clock? Or something.
11 o'clock.
That is already 2 o'clock.
Here
I
already
wake up every time 2:30. I said, oh, I just might start my program.
Trying to, nicely to see Prabhu on his watch, setting the time.
2:30.
Put his feet
Yeah,
back.
because I have to keep up with this. I'm coming here. I can't say, don't talk to me today. I can't say, right? No. So that's how you, and in this way, I don't have jet lag. Also, no.
The determination, you were so tired. Yet he was closing as you so that so you can eat this much. No compromise at first. Then how you do it.
Yes.
Really.
Done?
You need a different. I remember with when traveling with Prabhu, so I was on the plane with him, and then he proceeds. Both of us proceeded to sit down, and then I was preparing to rest on the plane. Meanwhile, Prabhu immediately looks at his watch, starts setting the time to the next country's time zone, and he was so dead tired, more tired than me. And then I was looking at him. He was like so tired, but he just took his bead bag. He put his hand in slowly. He started saying Namo Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishthaya Bhutale. So slowly, but he started slowly. Then slowly he went on fast. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare. He became very energetic after that. I don't know how.
The one that such kind of point I remember is after surgery, still morning before we come for Mangalarti, you put there the feedback saying that 16 months finished after surgery next day.
I never miss my rounds. Just say that I just came out from the ICU. Morning, started my. I've got all these tubes all over me. All these monitors. Had a tube, hard, no? Tube was coming out, and so many things. I started my rounds. I never, even I broke my. I went to the surgery out. I was walking the corridor, chanting my round. I don't stop my whole night driving and landed in Bhubaneswar. Balasur. Whole night, never sleep. When landed around 2 o'clock already. Started my program. And that whole day also never sleep. Supervising, telling him what to do. This, that. So once you are in Krishna conscious, then you don't really, because in my position, I cannot say I'm coming there for a few days, I have to. So I have to do the work and what to do. So by practice, takes a little time to adjust yourself. Of course, you see, I'm always here chanting my rounds, and up in the door is open at 1:30, 2 o'clock sometimes. Next door guys are coming to cook, you see them. Krishna consciousness, as you practice and practice, then you overcome. Not that you cannot do, it's possible. That's the matter of, because you are now young, you need so many hours. When you grow older again, your sleeping reduced, eating reduced, everything reduced.
To see it personally really very. I remember there was one morning, 1 o'clock. I came to the temple hall. 1 o'clock, I came to the temple hall to fill up Prabhu's water. I don't know why I stayed so late. So usually I'll fill up his water before I go to sleep. At 1 o'clock or just before, I saw Prabhu here, and he just prepared to take a shower with his gamsha on. He was bowing down to Prabhupada. I was thinking, what, 1 o'clock? Then Prabhu looked at me. He never said anything. I don't think he noticed, so I don't know. Then he went into the shower. I was thinking, what a surrender. At midnight, he woke up, he bowed down to Prabhupada. Before showering, he woke up, he came out just to shower. He looked at Prabhupada, he bowed down first, and then he went to shower. I was like, wow, this is next level. I can't even think of doing this. Yeah. Yes, he'll just sit on the chair. He laid me sit on the chair, put it out. By 1:30 is up ready.
All this is show.
Nah, how many years of show? From the time I'm working in the army, same thing you're doing.
Your code only there. You can cheat some people for some days, but you cannot cheat all the people for all days.
I got some benefit to cheat everybody all the day. Anyway, this is practice, no? You practice, then automatically you got a higher taste, then you don't want to, what? Natural what? Automatic, correct? Then after in the morning, I will go and take a rest.
Now, sometimes this 24 hours, that day, even when you came to the tour also, 1:30 you landed.
Program 2:30. All of them were there. Then I went, take shower, came back for Mangalarti. And then a class, and she had about what? You know, the questions were not finishing 3 pages of questions. And every question, one verse. Every question, one verse, like this. That Mataji in that place. One your sister. Oh. There's a whole list of so many questions, unending. After that, I didn't see her already. Huh? Anyway, that is spiritual life. Spiritual life and material life has got no barriers. On the spiritual platform, you can do many things. Materially, you cannot do. I'm not saying I'm in the lowest platform, but some or other showing off. Because you all are better devotees, working hard, going to work, struggling in the house, so many challenges. You're more difficult than me. All I do is eat and sleep. That's all. Correct? That also very nicely they bring for me every day. No need to walk a bit also. Okay, 10:25, 10:20. Thank you so much. I think all glories to all of you.